Narayana. Right. Salutations, respected dear sadhakas, shrotas, shishyas of the gurus, bhaktas of the Bhagavan, jignasus of the tattva mokshus from the samsara, sevakas of the world, and the sthapakas of the dharma. Yesterday, these two things we didn't see. Even we have to be very pakka clear in our identity of being the servants of this infinite total world with the upadhis that are given to us. So the sevaka bhava of the upadhi with the upadhi of the world also is one beautiful thing which makes us egoless as well as united with the world, in tune with the world, properly coordinating with the world. Like every part of the body, with all its abilities, capacities, are nothing but serving the total body. This is a beautiful, correct attitude. The wrong attitude is every part trying to live for its own self. Always remember in the Sanghata or the Samashti, every Vyashti should live for the Samashti. This is the way, the only way by which the Vyavahara goes on beautifully well, where by individuality fulfilling its duties towards the totality, by allowing the totality to run smoothly, in turn gets protected by the totality. The scheme works like that here. Therefore, the identity that my Sevaka Rupa Suchirachara Swami Bhagavanta is an excellent thing. We serve, that's it. We are the humble, lovely, blessed servants of this beautiful Lord in the form of the world. That identity is great. And then that service is as the work that is given to us, the opportunities that are provided in front of us, that we do. Seva Bhava. And then the Dharma Samstavaka identity is Paramarthika Dharma Samstavaka by doing Shastra, Dhenam and Sadhana. So too, that Paramarthika Dharma is propounded by the set of people from long period of time through various means of shastras, various means of upasanas, various means of lifestyles. All of that put together has become Sanatana Dharma. So here the Dharma Samstavaka means recognizing that we belong to Sanatana Dharma. We are born in that. What's doubt there? And recognizing that it is so great, glorious, feeling that we are fortunate that we are born in that. Now, upholding the Sanatana Dharmas, all aspects, beautiful aspects. And in that upholding, more and more clear knowledge day by day, practicing it, and then anywhere possible, keep on spreading its glory. Most important is anyone from within or without tries to talk against it or do something harm to this, we should be raising our hands and all and do our best to avoid that. It is called as the upholding of Sanatana Dharma Wala identity. Myself do that job by doing this study of Shastra and talking. And also, wherever possible opportunity is there, trying to see who are the ones why they are unnecessarily trying to trouble our Sanatana Dharma. We just try to inform the required people so that they take stern actions, each one according to their own capacity. But Dharma Samsthapaka Vyaktitva also a beautiful one for the future, because if we don't do it in the present, for the future, the Dharma Samsthapana will not be there. Dharma will not be there for practicing. Like 500 years back, when the Ram Mandir was allowed to be broken for whatever, for 500 years, there was no Ram Mandir for the whole Hindu Jati. In the same way, we have allowed the Sanatana Dharma's degradation by all the other Britishers and all Mughals. Therefore, we become alien to our own Shrutis, to our own Smriti, to our own Purana, Itihasa, that now to convince our Sanatana Dharmi Hindu Praja through the Shastra about how the life has to be lived is becoming so tough a job that thousands and thousands of sadhu sannyasi grahasthas are trying, still not able to remove that both Bhautikavada and unnecessary the social vada and replace by the Tattvavada in the hearts of the people. Isn't it? In the same way, if we don't uphold our Sanatana Dharma now by talking about it, practicing, telling, future के लिए नहीं रहेगा वो. And that's what we are saying. In spite of majority were not trying, some minority, some gurus, some ashramas were continuously doing in spite of that terrible invasion on the Hinduism. Continuously were doing at their own level. Therefore, that has helped us now that we are aware of that Sanatana Dharma. बाहर की परिस्थितियां ठीक नहीं थे तो वो अपने आप में संभालते हुए सनातन धर्म को आगे कराया. नाउ वी आर हैविंग दैट नाउ. Our goal for future is every Hindu Sanatana Dharmi should know glory of his dharma and stick to it and practice it and see to it that it is continued. In fact, all other also should know how glorious is this one. And they should come back to Hinduism. All garva apasi only. हाँ, the roots of every other religion are Sanatana Dharma only. It is complete. Other things are incomplete. वो तो जिस पेट में जन्म लिया उस पेट को लात मारने की बात कह रहे हैं वो लोग, है ना? Wrong है ना? So in that way, doing that dharma at that level, dharma samsthapana. These are our few identities we have to very sacredly, respectfully understand and maintain. Now, vicious prayers for that to happen. Along that, let us together pray to that Parabrahma Tattva, pray to that Ishvara, pray to that Sakala Devatas, and also our Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, Swagurus. How much kind, compassionate they are that we express so much of doubts towards them in insincerities, irregularities. See, not minding any of them, they stick to their own goal of somehow convincing us about the Shastra Adhyanam and through that Shastra Jnanam, through that the Tattva as the Lakshya. क्या किन बातों से हम उन गुरुओं का सराहना या कृतज्ञता कर सकते हैं? इम्पॉसिबल, isn't it? है ना? गुरुओं को शर्म होता तो कभी का वो लोग हमको छोड़कर जंगलों में आश्रम में चले जाना चाहिए. यहाँ शर्म, आई एम यूजिंग ए रॉन्ग वर्ड deliberately. They have even kept it aside, said never mind. People in their own mind, intellects, misguided by the system, are not having faith. Never mind. I keep trying my best. With that idea, hundreds and thousands of acharyas, gurus, mahatmas, in their own capacity, trying to uphold dharma one side, educate us toward the spiritual vision, spiritual life, spiritual goals. At this very moment all over country world में कितने सैकड़ों जगहें, कई somewhere in the temple pujas are happening, in some ashramas the tattva chintana is going on, some other place some bhakti classes are going on, somebody is teaching the other sadhanas, shastras, चल ही रहा है. So we should salute all of them. Last but not the least, but most valued sacred, is our salutations with full gratitude to our Shruti Mata. May we become aware of all these Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, their content, if not all, at least a bird's eye view. Through that, their glory, then use it for our own evolution. See to it that it is spread wide, reaches to everyone. take up that abhiyana. Your and my work is this only. Through Shastra Prachara Abhiyana, both the Sanatana Dharma's glory and then the Moksha Upaya. These two are very well made known to the people. Vedavyasa Bhagavan did that work, Adi Shankara Bhagavan did that work, Puja Gurudeva has done. Our job is that. शास्त्र विचार बस बहुत सारे और काम हो सकते हैं. They're all subsets of this one because in the Shastras only all of them are mentioned. So having said so, before we enter into this Adhyanam of Aitareya Upanishad, one or two things for the day are already we have seen the identities, that would be a sufficient thought, but still. Narayana, one or two things. What is that is? Spiritual travel and reaching destination. Traveling in a vehicle, in a road, reaching to the destination are 100% absolutely the same. In this one aspect, two aspects, how do we reach safely to our destination is, out of among so many things, the main one is we are aware of the road, we are aware of the vehicle, we are aware of the whole how to drive the vehicle, and we are aware of our own knowledge about the goal to reach, etc. More than all, we are so much aware of the whole thing around. Okay, which turn is sharp, how I have to slow down the vehicle and take the turn, where the road is smooth, how fast I have to go, where are the bumps, where are the speed breakers that are there. We observe so alertly. More important is what about the other vehicles or any of the other things coming from the other side or overtaking us or parallelly traveling. The more we are aware of it, the more safely we negotiate and reach travel. In the same way, in our spiritual life also, we have to really every moment know key what sadhana to be done. Every moment know which are the outer or inner obstacles that are coming, challenges that are coming, and how to negotiate them and keep moving. You understand whether they are intellectual misconceptions about something else, whether they may have the somewhere emotions are directing or misguiding us, or at the body senses level, kuch na kuch, or the from the world itself. That highest level of awareness, like a driver driving the car, when we become aware of our journey, our vehicle, our destination, the same time, what are the things, which are obstruction, which are creating diversions in me, delays in me, obstructions in me, my own. After a certain stage, the outer obstacles get reduced, they become minimum. All are from within only. एक एक क्षण हमको समझ में आते रहना है, which is a trait of the mind, senses, intellect, trying to divert us, trying to slow us down, trying to reduce the inspiration, trying to make us avoid the regularities, the sincerities. कौन सा है वो वाला जो मुझे कुछ ऐसा कर रहा है, ये जानकारी हमको होना है. Then there and then we keep defeating those things, keep on moving. This comes when we are very thorough in spiritual knowledge. Second, through various upasanas, we have made our antakarana so much shuddha sattvika that the awareness level of us is so much higher and higher and higher. Like from today till now, the time now is 8:35. What are the ones which I was expecting to do sadhanas? Why didn't I do which I have not done? If I have done, have I done them perfectly well? If not, what were the reasons? Body did not cooperate, then what mistake was there? Isn't it? That awareness. Then how to avoid it for the next day? Mm. And was that I became just inadvertent in attending to the senses excessively, unwantedly? Then how to avoid it for the next day? Is it the mind I was, what do you say, defeated by, that it brought some emotions or it brought some excuses, justifications for me not doing this sadhana? कौन सा था वो perfectly, which was that thought which defeated my conviction of doing sadhana today? For example, which was the one? Or the outer world, was I cowed down by it, tempted by it, distracted by it? क्या था वो? Isn't it? If we become acutely aware in this way of what we have to do, to what we have to achieve, as well as what are the things that are from outside and inside coming to obstruct our path or travel, and if we can learn for few years, negotiating in such a manner that nothing is stopping our journey. Like in any of the country, any of the governing ruling party needs these things so much. In Valmiki Ramayana, in the Kachit Sarga, all these things are spoken. Everything. First, how you have to be integrated in your own goal of taking the nation ahead in all aspects. Then, for that, what are the things to be done? For that, who will do that? How to select the people? Then, how to keep them holding with us so that they don't leave us and go? The true ones, genuine ones. They should not leave or go because of my mistakes. They may go because of their selfishness. Their right from the beginning, they have no loyalty, like the Bihar. It's a pakka that these two will not go together anytime. But then the temporary gains for both of them. Isn't it? भले बहुत विचित्र है वो वाला बात, उनको छोड़ो. But then the real people of mind, how to hold them? Then from the other corners of this country, how many types of obstructions come? The political obstructions, how to avoid them? You need money. So how to catch the bigger industrialists to support? Then there are some category of people with their one word, the lakhs of or thousands of people vote. How to make them convinced? Isn't it? And in people, generations are changing. So, uh, to gain the trust from them, how honestly one has to be in working for the real development of the country. Along with that, equally is taking the developments done to the people, showing them कि हमने ये किया, ये किया, ये किया. तब जाकर लोगों में वो भावना होगा कि yes, true governance going on in the interest of total nation. So good patriotic ruling, we will vote for them. How much चौकन्ना होकर वो लोगों को पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को आगे बढ़ना पड़ता है. Many aspects, finance aspect, defense aspect, internal security aspect. Today, just now I was reading 5 minutes back. In 30 cities, uh, the beggars are going to be employed. Bhiksha Vritti Mukta Bharat. This is the Abhiyan. And so humiliating it is when foreigners come in every of the either pilgrim place or any historic place. These people throng and create such a nuisance. Isn't it? They just want to, such a positive thought it was, which will be spread all over the country. And in one city selected, very famous, that सर्वे करके उन्होंने रिप्लाई दिया, यहाँ कोई है ही नहीं इसलिए और एक सिटी सेलेक्ट करो. That's a good achievement already. है ना, भिक्षा वृत्ति मुक्त भारत. Why should they be? So they are given places to stay now. They'll be educated in other different skills, trained. They'll be given self-employment. No, like this, I'm just telling the small little things. Whether you call it a Swachh Bharat, every one of them. Continuously one has to think both how to protect oneself, how to protect that power, in our case, the opportunities, and how to execute that power for the purpose for which the Lord has given. And what are the continuous negotiations which have to be done? You have to replenish the resources, the monetary and human, and the resource called as the faith. You have to consistently develop. Development is a consistent thing ना. एक साल कर दी बाद में छोड़ दिया तो नहीं होता हो. And how much thinking is going on, how much clarity at every moment. It's a mammoth task it is. At the right time, the Ram Mandir inauguration, right time, the Shiva Mandira coming, and the right time in the Bihar, ये वाला करना, ये सब नीति है. ये राजनीति में होता है. पावर को सस्टेन करो, तभी you can fulfill your goals of serving the nation. When the goal is national service, you have to have power. And to get the power, everything is right. Because the goal is serving nation. If the goal is not serving nation, selfishness, then any honest thing you do with selfishness, it is wrong. और उसमें और भी डिसऑनेस्ट है तो अभी खराब हो जाएगा. सो हाउ मच मोर देन ऑल दैट अपने अंतरात्मा को जवाब देना पड़ता है हर दिन कि मुझे ये मौका दिया गया, पावर दिया, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. Isn't it? In the same way, you and I also become so aware of. अवेयरनेस का लेवल इतना बढ़े कि विच तमोगुणा, विच रजोगुणा ओवर पावरिंग मी. रजोगुणा तमोगुणा expressions. And then not allowing me to do regularly, sincerely, intensely, deeply, consistently to the expected level. And where am I becoming weaker? For what reasons? इतना ये सब करो स्पिरिचुअलिटी होता है. That comes to us when we thoroughly study Shastra, with which goal, means, and tentative obstacles information is known to us. Second is that should to be retained all this information. And we have to become absolutely alert at every moment to remember that knowledge and use it. And for that, the equipments, their greatness, their purity. That is achieved through various upasanas, anushtanas, all of them. Right from food onwards. When you eat tamasic food, the mind will be lazy, sleepy. I am not even aware that I am a sadhak. How can I then I do the sadhana and how can I become aware of the variety of other obstacles and avoid them? तो वहां से लेकर के हर एक चीज है ना. इट्स सो ब्यूटिफुल. लाइक वी दे टेल अबाउट दैट तैतरेय उपनिषद मंत्र. I am chanting Omkara. But the Om chanting is not regularly happening. Why? Because so many other thoughts are coming. Why are they coming? I have to chant Om or Ram or whatever the name. इतने क्यों आ रहे? Because मैंने उनको वैल्यू दिया. Knowingly or unknowingly. See that mantra? Isn't it? Medhaya pihitaha. Oh Omkara Maharaj, I want to chant you, but you are covered by the Medha. The Medha is what? Laukika Prajna. Do you remember that sloka? Why I am giving so much importance to this Laukika Prajna? And is there any meaning in it? Do we have something to do there, especially after becoming spiritual sadhaka, truly, purely, completely? Isn't it? It is self-created obstruction. Unknowingly, maybe. What is unknowing? We talk to friends, you watch the TV, we read newspapers. Are Maharaj, all of them are creating vasanas, creating the thought agitations. These are the ones which are not allowing you to do the Om Upasana. Therefore, that though it is a medha required for the worldliness, you are not worldly now. You are spiritual. Therefore, that medha is not required. How intelligently the Shruti Mata put that point, how Bhagavan Shankarji has guided us, and how important it is. See, Om is containing Paramatma. Unless we pierce through Paramatma, Om, we can't get Paramatma. But we are not able to approach the Om only. Why? Medaya Peta. Not the negative things. Meda is positive only, but worldly. But we are now spiritual. Therefore, even that Meda, we should not. Today, that will be perfectly told in our evening, what do you call, Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana. That through this Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana, perfectly, if the sadhana indicated is said is not understood and did, all your study of Shastra is only some nice thing, Valmiki ji says. You are in the dense forest of the Shastras, you are सिर्फ भटक रहे हो तुम जो एग्जैक्टली करना है वो नहीं जानोगे तो डोंट मिस टुडेस क्लास फर्स्ट 10 श्लोकास और थर्ड सर्ग आर वेरी पावरफुल so I'm just telling like that and I'm doing japa what are the things obstructing when I'm doing upasana how it's not becoming perfect when I'm coming to class how my listening is to be improved upon the homework of it so इस तरह से प्यार है ना स्पिरिचुअलिटी से बहुत बहुत प्यार इतना प्यार कि पूरा प्यार इसी के लिए लग जाना चाहिए तब जाकर के we really become deep intense then only by using all inner and outer resources we do and while doing we are also able to negotiate with all obstacles तब जाकर साधना होने लगता है और इन जिनको भी हुआ है ऐसा ही हुआ है whoever have achieved it so may our maturity in this way grow day by day and truly let us cherish doing sadhana seeing the result of it Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo गुरुभ्यः ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विजये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ओम जगतीमवितुं गलिता कृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमांश विभात्र विभासि गुरो भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यमेव नवचलं सर्वद्धि साक्षिं भूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता पुरोभिवृद्धि अस्मिन् निश्चित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां दिग्विजयार्थम् अनेक शास्त्र अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम मनस्तावदमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटा शरदिन्दुनिभाभादितं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम् अतः श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषत् शान्ति मंत्रः ओम वांग मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितमाविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य वाणीस्तश्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्ददामृतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्वतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ओम शांति 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 पारायणमथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः तृतीयः खण्डः ओम स ईक्षते मेनुलोकाश्च लोकपालाश्च अन्नमेभ्यः सृजा इति सः अपः अभ्यदभत् ताभ्यः अवितप्ताभ्यः मूर्तिरजायत या वै सा मूर्तिरजायत अन्नं वै तत् तदेन सृष्टं पराङ्क्ति जिगांसत् तद्वाचा जिगृक्षद तन्नाशक्नोद्वाचा ग्रहीतुं सेध एनद्वाचा ग्रहीष्यत् अभिव्याहृत्य हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तत्प्राणेनाजिगृक्षद तन्नाशक्नोत् प्राणेन ग्रहीतुं स यद एनत् प्राणेन ग्रहीष्यत् अभिप्राण्य हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तच्चक्षुषा जिगृक्षद तन्नाशक्नोत् चक्षुषा ग्रहीतुं स यद एनच्चक्षुषा ग्रहीष्यत् दृष्ट्वा हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तत्श्रोत्रेणाजिघृक्षत तन्नाशक्नोत् श्रोत्रेण ग्रहीतुं स यथ एनत् श्रोत्रेण ग्रहीष्यत् श्रुत्वा हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तत्त्वचाजिगृक्षत तन्नाशक्नोत् त्वचा ग्रहीतुं स यथ एन त्वचा ग्रहीष्यत् स्पृष्ट्वा हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तन्मनसा जिघृक्षत तन्नाशक्नोत् मनसा ग्रहीतुं स यथ एनत् मनसा ग्रहीष्यत् ध्यात्वा हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् तत्शिष्णेनाजिघृक्षत तन्नाशक्नोत् शिष्णेन ग्रहीतुं स यथ एनत् शिष्णेन ग्रहीष्यत् विसृज्य हैवान्नमत्रप्स्यत् ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयो मन्त्रः। ओम एष ब्रह्मा एषः इन्द्रः एष प्रजापतिः एते सर्वे देवाः इमानि च पञ्चमहाभूतानि पृथ्वी वायुराकाश आपः ज्योतिंषीति एतानि इमानि च क्षुद्रमिश्राणि व बीजानि इतराणि च अण्डजानि च जारुजानि च स्वेदजानि च उद्भिजानि च अश्वागावः पुरुषः अस्तिनः यत् किञ्च इदं प्राणि जङ्गमं च एतत् पतत्रि च यच्च स्थावरं सर्वं तत् प्रज्ञानेत्रं प्रज्ञाने प्रतिष्ठितं प्रज्ञानेत्रो लोकः प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म. So these four words, the last ones, okay? Prajnanetram, prajnane pratishtitam, prajnanetro lokah, prajna pratishtha, prajnanam brahma. These five things we can try to grasp. It will help us. Very essential also. First point is what? The list of all. Which are the list? Brahma, Indra, Prajapati, all devatas, Panchamahabhutas, then the Kshudra Mishrani, then Andaja, Jaruja, Svedija, Udvija, all of them, and then Ashwagava, Purushasti. All Prani, Jangamam, and Patatri, the words Stavaram, all trees and even immobile things, all of them, the listed things are what? Sarvam Tata Prajna Netram. All of them have the prajna, pure Paramatma, as the netra. Means here we are talking about the expressing Paramatma through them. In this, the importance is given to tell about the non-independence of all of them. They are all depending on the prajna netra Paramatma. At the same time, from this side, this is expression of the conditioned Paramatma. Try to catch, because he is becoming the netra. He is prajna rupa, but he is becoming the netra through function through all of them to make them function rather. Yeah, netra is not I. Netra means the leading, which we will see in the Bhashya a little later. After this, in 1-2 minutes. Okay, they are all guided by the prajna. Without prajna, they won't work. But that this prajna from the prajna standpoint is the functional prajna through them. Our goal is not this. That is why in the next step, after prajna netram, prajnane pratishtitam. Prajnane pratishtitam. Then they say, ki again prajna netraha lokaha, prajna pratishta lokaha. You have to understand this too. The whole world is prajna netra, prajna pratishta. By this, the whole world's independent existence is denied. Then that depends on the prajna is said. In the next step, that prajna on which all that is depending, same prajna, when it is divide of, even it being support of all of them, whichever we can call as pure prajna, that prajnanam is Brahman. Pure gold is gold, not the gold which is appearing as the ornaments. Very barik farak hai. The pure gold and the gold appearing as ornament. Like so many stones. Every stone is not used for construction of building or making an idol. Some are selected. In the same way, the whole world is expressing because of the Brahman, but that Brahman is expressive. That's not the Atman or Brahman with which we have to identify for moksha. That is what in Rubhu Gita, last 29 chapters, every day we were told, every day almost. The world is Prajna Netram, but this Prajna Netra wala Prajna is also conditioned. Yesterday it was so ruthless rejection of everything other than powerful it was. It was mind blowing only. बाप रे उसको पढ़ने से इतना एक्चुअली वो एक टेक्स्ट काफी है मोक्ष के लिए बढ़िया सा. Finally, pure prajnanam, which is not supporting or expressing through all these faculties, that pure prajnanam is Brahman. Okay, that is our Atman or self to be identified with as a goal for liberation. So, in a layman's language, I am the pure self functioning through all faculties. This sentence is required to deny the independence of faculties, to deny their own existence, personal. But later on, I am not even that self who is functioning through all of them. Then what? All of them are not at all there. I am the pure self, that's it. Just like we have studied the Aitareya Upanishad, Ananda Maya Kosha Antargata Ananda, and then pure Brahma Ananda. And in Anandamaya Kosha also is Ananda, but Koshastha Ananda it is conditional. But pure Ananda of the Brahman, Ananda of the pure Brahman is something different. Here also. Conditional expression of the Brahman, Prajnana Brahma is different from Prajnanita Brahma is different from pure Prajna Brahma. Pure immaculate. Bas. Try to imagine the whole world, all the gold ornaments disappeared, and in that place you are seeing only pure gold. Ornaments also are gold only. But that time the gold is seen conditioned. The name, form, etc. So to whole world is nothing but pure conscious self only. But we want pure conscious self without expression of the name and form, the world. Without expressing as the world of name and form. That pure prajnana is Brahman. And that is there. Like pure water is there, in that waves, ripples, bubbles are seen. Please, when these examples are given, no, every time example being same, remains same, but the purpose for which the example given is different. Example वही होता है, but उद्देश्य अलग, उसको पकड़ना है. In this case, the example given is what? Attention is on the wave, therefore water appearing as wave. If the attention is water, is there anything other than it? That's called as Prajnanam Brahmaic level. Mandukya Upanishad and all, even Yoga Vasishtha talk from that level. Where is the world, he says? Where is the wave? There is no wave, it's only water. A to Z, शुरू से अंत का water है वो. Interesting point. He's not seeing the waves. There are no waves, he says. Only water. His prajna netra khula hai unka. It's called Utambara Prajna in our Yoga Darshanam also. So, Prajna Netram Lokam, a whole thing, and Loka Prajna Netraha, and everything is Prajna Pratishtita. And that Prajna, which was the Neta, which was the Pratishtha, in its own pure form, is called Brahman. That's the Atman. That's what we have to identify with. This is what the conclusion of all these Adhunika Acharyas or the Sadhakas, Jignasus, Mumukshus, Vairagins have come to. the conclusion. We have seen the Bhashya of this yesterday. Up to that, we will go for further. Ki, mm, 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 Sarvam tad eshaha eva. I am chanting this third paragraph Bhashya. Sarvam tat eshaha eva. Sarvam tat is all listed things. Is that expressed Brahman only? By saying this, the independent existence of all of them are denied. So Brahman is expressing as Brahmadeva. Brahman is expressing as Indra Deva. By saying all of that, Brahma and Indra are not independent of the Brahman. That is proved. At the same time, this Brahman who is expressing as Brahma and Indra Deva, in the sentence of which the independence of Brahman and Indra are rejected, is a conditioned expression. We are not interested in the conditioned Brahman. That is what last line प्रज्ञान ब्रह्म. So यहाँ वही कह रहे हैं कि सर्वम तद अशेषतः प्रज्ञा नेत्रम. All of that has got now what is the netram meaning we are seeing now in the Bhashya. He says pragnapti prajna tacha brahma eva. So prajna netram is the word Bhagavan Adi Shankara took for explanation. So he made it into two, prajna and netram. First he is explaining prajna. Prajna means what? Pragnapti. Pragnapti alone is prajna. Tacha brahma eva. That is Brahman alone. There is no doubt about it. Then Niyate anayana iti netram. Dekho. Netram is not the eye here. Niyate means led by. Niyate anayana iti netram. So led by. So the leader is leading and all followers are following. If the leader is not there, they become titar bitar here and there. They won't have a way to move ahead. Leader is leading ahead. So prajna netram yasya tat idam prajna netram. Therefore, they are led by prajna. Here, the leading meaning little subtler we have to talk about. What is the subtler meaning we have to talk about the leading? Everything. It is they are born, they are existing, and they are functioning. Be attentive. Born, existing, and functioning. These three should be taken as the meaning of the leading here. इस तरह से वो नेतृत्व कर रहा है प्रज्ञा इन सब का. इसलिए वो सब प्रज्ञा को ही नेत्र के रूप में रखने वाले हैं. प्रज्ञा इज द नेता. Like a neta gives the vision, inspires them and empowers them and takes them along with him. दृष्टि देता है पहले. Like the freedom fighters, the leaders, they gave the first vision. How long we suffer this slavery of them? It's our country. We have to get it back. Then they empower. How to get that freedom back? Which type of variety of the dharnas that have to be done? Guided and empowered. Then they lead. चलो मेरे साथ हम भी चल रहे हैं आप भी चलो. In the same way, niyate anayanaiti netra means what? In the formation of every Avindra Brahmadi, it is Brahman alone. Prajnanam. In whatever the specific qualities they appear to have, in that also, whose role is the prajna. And then, whatever the functionings they are doing, Brahma has his own function of creation, Indra has his function of through the Devatas taking care of three worlds. In that way also, the Brahman alone is there. So that's how the cause of creation, cause of empowerment, cause of executing whatever they do. इन तीनों अर्थों को नेत्रम नेता के अर्थ के रूप में लेना है. These three are the meanings of the word नेतृत्व. नियते अनेन इति. इन्हीं के द्वारा है. So जन्म नियते. नियते means led by. The Janma of Indra Brahma are led by the Brahman only. And whatever the powers they have, that also. What are the functions they are doing, that only. Any movement, the Brahma or Indra, or other whatever the list mentioned here, if the pure Prajnanam is not there in them, Will they exist at all, first of all? So, this is a stage wherein Indra Brahma are seen but fully permeated by the Brahman. We want Indra Brahma रूप में नहीं रहने वाला immaculate Brahman. Like I am seeing ornament little better than earlier time. Earlier I was seeing only ornament, not the gold. Now I am seeing ornament but recognizing the all pervading gold. Then I am saying that the all ornaments are gold netram. Anena goldena niyate. What is the meaning of goldena niyate? Ornament is born in the gold. Whatever the shape the ornament has got, given by the gold. And whatever the function that ornament is doing, adorning the ear, adorning the nose or the finger, whatever, supported by the gold only. That's the meaning of Prajna Netra. By this saying so, the name and form of the ornaments is made so minimum important. But still, the gold is conditioned in the form of names and forms. We want pure gold devoid of any of the ornamentation. That is called the pure gold. So too, the Prajnanam Brahma is that pure Prajnanam Brahma, which is not expressing as Indra Brahma ityadi also. Though they are all Prajna Brahma only. So that's what is the thought here. Niyate anena iti netram, prajna netram yasya tat idam prajna netram. So every one of them have the prajna as the neta. Though they are all called as prajna ko neta rakne wale. Then prajna netram yasya tat idam prajna netram. Then next one prajnane brahmani. That's what. That the netram word is by Upanishad herself is defined. Without seeing that we were doing Gustaki. But luckily it was same thing. What do you mean by Prajna Netram? What do you mean by the Prajna becomes the Neta, Niyatyanena to all of these Indra Brahma Rupas? So here is given Prajnane means Brahmani. In that Brahman, Utpatti Sthiti Laya Kaleshu Pratishtitam. देखो उत्पत्ति and स्थिति लय काल में all of them are pratishthitam in Brahman. Therefore, conclusion is prajna ashraya ityartha. So prajna netram is equal to prajna pratishtitam. Prajna pratishtitam is equal to prajna ashraya. Here, all of their importance as independent entities is denied. Their utpatti, sthiti, pralaya, and in the sthiti kala, their functionings, at all those times, they are all pratishtita in prajna, that means were ashrita in the prajna. See, simple words में we can deny it. मतलब everything is Brahman only, ऐसा कह सकते हैं. But this is a careless sentence. We have to slowly understand it. This sentence is only to मुंह बंद करना, मन को बंद करना है. हमको मुंह बंद नहीं करना, हमको अज्ञान को निकाल देना है. That is why slowly, steadily. Sarvam prajnanetram, prajnanetre pratishthitam. That is how Shruti Mata is guiding. Finally, prajna ashraya ityartha. So Indra Brahmadi ka har khan khan mein whatever they are expressing, what is there is nothing but the prajna only. Okay, now drop that Indra Brahmadi with specified names, specified identities. What remains is that pure prajna. That's Brahma. That's our goal. With that we have to achieve, identify. That's why we million times say in Gita also, Brahma Mula Lokat Punaravartana Arjuna. Yad rakhna. Everything including Brahma, Deva, Indra, Deva are Brahman only. But other than pure Brahman, even the Indra, Brahma, Deva, the positions also are conditional, temporary. Therefore, they are Punaravartina. इसलिए माम उपेत्य और सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज. That the mom, what is said in Gita, is inquired by these people. Which is that mom to which we have to do the Sharanam Vraja, Ananya Sindhyanto mom? Which is that mom whose chinta we have to do the Ananya Rupena? Which is that mom? Mom is me, self. Aham and mom. Mujhe. Then they came to this prajnanam. Okay, before that, one, two sentences. Prajnane brahmani utpatti sthidilaya kaleshwar dishtitam. That means prajnana ashram ityartaha. Therefore, prajnana lokaha puravatu. Prajnanetra lokaha. The whole loka has got the neta of them as prajna. This is puravata. Already said, once more repeated. Then it says, prajna chakshurva sarva eva lokaha. That pure prajnana rupi consciousness, if it's not there, the world will not have their chakshu or vision. Chakshu vision, you have to understand it as they don't even become alert or aware to know anything. Finally, it is said, prajna pratishtha sarvasya jagataha. We have to come to this understanding that sarvasya jagataha pratishtha, pure prajna eva. And then tasmat, therefore, prajnanam, because it is the one which is supporting everything, it has infinite thing, therefore anything infinite is called Brahman, therefore that Prajnanam is Brahman. Remember, outer vastus are seen by the Indriyas. Indriyas functional because of the Vrittis. Vrittis are there because of the Chitta. Chitta is there in the Hridaya, and in the Hridaya, the pure self alone becoming conditioned as the Chitta. Pure Brahman alone. That pure Brahman, which is conditioned as Chitta, is called Prajnanam here. That Chitta Rupa, whether it is a Brahmadeva, Indradeva, again all of them are individual. Every one of them have the Chitta. But that Chitta is nothing but the pure Prajnanam Brahma only. That's how everything is supported by Prajnanam. Other than Prajnanam, nothing is there. That is why whatever you see is Prajnanam only. Whatever you see means infinite. Infinite is Brahman. The Prajnanam Brahma. Is not Brahman is Prajnana Vastu. Aha. Prajnanam is infinite because it is supporting everything. Here, infinite means Brahma. Therefore, the meaning of the word Brahma is brought from that standpoint. Sarvam Prajnanam understood. Why we said just now? Everything is all of names forms. All of that are seen by the senses. They can't exist without vrittis. Vrittis cannot exist without chitta. Chitta is nothing but the objectified pure prajnana consciousness. Therefore, is there anything other than prajnana in the world, anywhere, inner or outer? इंद्र में ब्रह्म में इंद्रलोक में ब्रह्मलोक में कहीं भी कहो कुछ नहीं है उनके अलावा. Therefore, what is the size of the prajnanam? Infinite. That infinite को वैदिक भाषा में क्या कहते हैं? ब्रह्म. Therefore, prajnanam brahma. See, Brahma is prajnana tattva. That we have anyway studied in other Upanishads. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Here ब्रह्मन को प्रज्ञान नहीं कह रहे, प्रज्ञान को ब्रह्म कह रहे. बात वही है, but from which angle? Here we are deriving first prajnanam, and then we are discovering it to be infinite. The meaning, to that infinity, the name given in our Upanishads is Brahman, therefore Brahma. Like, in that Aitareya also, in the fourth Vyahruti, Mahaiti Brahmani, no, what is that? भूर्भुवस्वरिति वा एताः तिस्रो व्याहृतयः तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं महाचमस्य प्रवेदयते महैति. He discovered it, therefore he gave it in Maha. But then he referred it to the Upanishads. Is there such thing in Upanishads, or am I the one who's pioneer of it, discovered it? When he observed, or it's already said in Upanishads. In Upanishad, what is said? It is Mahaiti Brahma. Mahaiti Tad Brahma. And what is the relation of that Tad Brahma with me? Sa Atma. And if this is the real Atma, what are the position of the other things which I was taking as an Atman earlier? The Bhur Bhosvaha Vyahrutis, Angani Anya Devataha. They are the Anga, this is the Angi. Important, no? We give importance to the Angas. Forget the Angi. Angi means the whole original reality. So the Angi is Prajnanam. Brahma, Indra, they are Angas only. We were always giving importance to the individual Angas. Now, through this study, the Angi is derived. That is the Prajnanam only. So by this, the jadata, the matterness, the expression of the matter in million forms, all of that is denied. Everything is pure prajnana. So the clouds, the oceans, the icebergs, the rivers, the bubbles, ripples, all of that is denied. Everything is found to be water. This is called prajnanam. And that water, which is in the form of all these things, how big is it? Infinite. Anything infinite is called as Brahman because Bruhatvat Brahman. Bruhat means Bada. Bada means Bruhat. So in that way, everything is Brahman. That everything means Brahman. Sorry, everything is Prajnanam. That everything Prajnanam means Brahman. Therefore, Prajnanam is Brahman. Everything is Prajnanam. Everything means Brahman. Therefore, Prajnanam is Brahman. This is how we have to understand this fourth Mahavakya. फोर्थ मतलब एक्चुअली इसको फर्स्ट कहते हैं लक्षणा वाक्य. लक्षणा वाक्य, उपदेश वाक्य, अनुसंधान वाक्य, अनुभूति वाक्य. प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, तत्वमसि, अयमात्मा ब्रह्म, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. सो तस्मात् प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म. नाउ यहाँ से लेकर in the next whole para, Bhagavan Adi Shankara, taking the help of other Upanishads, he is explaining to us that Prajnana Brahma. He is using those words for us to understand. यहाँ तक क्या हुआ? We have recognized everything is Pragnapti Swarupa, and that Pragnapti being everything, the meaning of the word or the word given to the meaning everything is Brahman, therefore Prajnanam Brahma बताया. अब उसको हमारे सहूलियत के वास्ते is explaining now. Now, tadetat. Now that Prajnanam Brahma, which is the last word used by the third mantra, tadetat, what it is? Ki pratyastamita sarva upadhi vishesham. This is what I was trying to say, struggling from last 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Pratyastamita sarva vishesha, pratyastamita sarva upadhi vishesham. Pratyastamita sarva upadhi vishesham. That in which all the upadhi visheshas are astamita, they are all set, they all become drowned or they have become quietened or silent or removed. सब अस्तमित हो गए हैं उपाधि विशेष. Now here one deep thought we have to study for 2-3 minutes because ऐसा context फिर से कब हो कह नहीं पता. Generally what we were understanding the meaning of the word upadhi. Like I am the jiva, my sharira, prana, indriyas are my upadhis. This is what we think. Like I'm a human being, being a doctor is my upadhi outside, medical professional. So far we have understood the meaning of upadhi is like that. So I am a jiva, sharira, mana, buddhi and upadhi. That is true at that lower level. Higher level, may everything is Brahman. On that, because of Maya, imagining right from the Antakarana up to the Vritti, Indriya level, imagining all of them is called Upadhi. Therefore, Upadhi is never real. Upadhi is never real. Like the water is reality, on that the wave is superimposed. So, wave is an Upadhi of the water, we say. What is the meaning of wave? Is there any wave independent of water? A illusory conditional expression. From this standpoint, wave is not at all, never there at all. हमेशा पानी ही है वहां. सो द प्रत्यस्तमित उपाधि सर्व उपाधि विशेषम को थोड़ा पॉज करके हमको समझना है. What is that pausing and understanding is? In the ignorance of the pure immaculate Brahman, in the ignorance of the pure immaculate Brahman, on that only all are the conditions superimposed in the ignorance of it. इसलिए Mandukya was helping so much. Lucky are the Telugu people now they are studying. We were lucky already, we have studied it. In the ignorance of the snake, that ignorance of the snake became the Upadana, from where, sorry, ignorance of the rope. Ignorance of the rope became the Upadana, From where the snake has come, which is never ever was there. If you can think about this very deeply, we understand the relation between the pure Brahman and the whole Jagat. Understand. Yet the world remains same because you have not done sadhana. And I tell you, you are so lucky, fortunate. Same thought is being discussed today in the evening by Valmiki. The first stroke of Yoga Vasishta you are going to listen is this one. He just says only one sentence. Stop looking at the world, then the world goes away. Otherwise it remains. इसी को हम रूप गीता में बार बार पढ़ रहे. He's going on rejecting everything other than Brahman. And 7-8 chapters back though, that rejection was such. I will reject the rejection also, he says finally. मैं सोच रहा था उसका क्या गंभीरता है रे बाबा. What level he's talking about? And absolutely it appears to be abstract. Yeah, abstract only at that level. Because everything other than abstract is looking concrete, but that's the whole drama about it. That's the whole bondage about it. Self is abstract only. It's not it's beyond all expressions. That Rumugita Maja आया उस दिन देखकर. I didn't pause there to explain to you. It was a little beyond our reach, and so we didn't do it. Maybe after doing Yoga Vasishta, we may get capacity to go through that text. Maybe. So this is what is said here. What is that Prajnanam Brahma? Bhagavan Adi Shankara is slowly explaining to us. In that first thing he said was, Tadetat, that Prajnanam Brahma is Pratyastamita Sarva Upadhi Vishesham. प्रत्यस्तमित सर्व उपाधि विशेष. Therefore, wholesale में हमको क्या देखना है? The whole world, whether Brahma, Indra or यहाँ बताए दो स्थावरम जंगमम पतत्री स्वेदज अंडज जारायज उद्भिज, all of them are just upadhi on pure Brahman. Like the ripples, bubbles, all of them are just the upadhi on the pure water. Whether the wave is small or big, bubble is small or big, all smallness big, किसी को याद रखिए, इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देना, वो सब व्यवहार में होता था. We are in search of the reality. From the reality standpoint, all small, everything should be zero. That's why Brahma, Indra, Patatri, all are put in one line. That's why Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavyastini Shuni Chevasha Bhagesh Pandita Samadarshina. From the Brahman standpoint, where is Indra, where is Chandra? From the gold standpoint, where is the nose ring, ear ring and all? It's gold anywhere. From the gold standpoint, Chota, Bada, Patla, Dubla, Kala, Pila, these are all not there. They are all upadhis only. Upadhis, imaginary conditionings, not real ones. Like man is man in reality. All as husband or brother or father, these are imaginary conditions only. In him they are not there. Through some or the other expression, he is called like that. That is why the man never becomes father. Man never ceases to exist, and father never is permanent there. Which, as long as you carry an imagination, goes on. कितने घरों में कब कि बेटा घर छोड़कर चला गया पापा को? You don't even remember. And people whose parents die after 30 years, याद भी नहीं रहता उनका. I'm just telling, don't misunderstand that way that सारा relationship गड़बड़ मत करना. You love your parents, love your children, love everyone except you. अबे क्या करो? कर लो. फंसो हर जगह. Who says not? But the idea is what? Upadhi is imaginary conditioning, not real. And the whole world इंद्र चंद्र लेकर सब गया है उस प्योर ब्रह्म में conditions only. Therefore, that is what prajna netram, prajna pratishtita. That is netra rupi, pratishta rupi prajna we were talking about. When we talk about prajnanam brahma, it is pratyastamita sarva upadi vishesham. This being so, sana, it is niranjanam. How can anything taint it? कोई अंजन नहीं है उसके ऊपर लगाने के लिए other than it. Therefore, that anjana when it is applied, then only it becomes mala yukta. Therefore, no mala. That is why nirmalam. Because of niranjana nirmalata and a purity, infinitude, then nothing to be done there to do achieve something. Therefore, nishkriyam. Otherwise, when there is no kriya, shantam. And such nishkriya shantam cannot be two. Therefore, ekam. Is ekam always follows by second. Therefore, advayam. And how one, after theoretically understanding this, experiences it? Neti neti iti. Only by rejecting everything. Everything. So, नेति नेति is a point, no? जिस दिन आपको इसका डेप्थ समझ में आएगा, you can dance in ecstasy. नेति नेति. How come there is any of the waves or ripples or bubbles? Neti neti. It's only water. Unless you reject all of them, pure water, all pervading one without second, you cannot recognize. So the उपाधियों को इम्पोर्टेंस दे रहे हम एंड उपाधियां उसी परमात्मा की एक्सप्रेशन है बट वो उपाधि युक्त परमात्मा इज नॉट कॉज ऑफ मोक्ष वी हैव टू हैव द निरुपाधिक आत्मा therefore नेति नेति of all upadhis नेति नेति इति ओके इति नारायण इति सर्वविशेष अपोह संवेद्यम. Only when all the vishesha are apoha, rejected, removed by this word neti neti, samvedyam. It can be samyak vedyam, experienced as the self. Then a big explanation Bhagavan says, I'll only read for my sake, for your sake, only to see tomorrow, if required, one more day. See how the flow goes. Tadetat pratyastamita sarva upadhi vishesham san niranjanam nirmalam nishkriyam shantam ekam advaitam neti neti iti sarva vishesha apoha samvedyam sarva shabda pratyaya agocharam tad atyanta vishuddha prajna upadhi sambandhena sarvagnyam ishwaram सर्वसाधारण अव्याकृत जगत बीज प्रवर्तकम नियंत्रत्वात् अंतर्यामी संज्ञम भवति तदेव व्याकृत जगत बीजभूत बुद्ध्यादि आत्म अभिमान लक्षण हिरण्यगर्भ संज्ञम भवति तदेव अंतः अंडोद्भूत प्रथम शरीर उपाधिमत् विराट प्रज्ञा प्रतिसंज्ञम भवति तद उद्भूत अग्नि आदि उपाधि मत देवता संज्ञम भवति तथा विशेष शरीर उपाधिषु अपि ब्रह्मादि स्तंभ पर्यंतेषु तत् तत् नाम रूप लाभ ब्रह्मणः तदेव एकं सर्व उपाधि भेद भिन्नं सर्वैः प्राणिभिः तार्किकैश्च सर्व प्रकारेण ज्ञायते विकल्प्यते च अनेकधा एतम एके वदन्ति अग्निम मन्युम अन्ये प्रजापतिम इंद्रमेके अपरे प्राणम अपरे ब्रह्म शाश्वतम इत्याद्या स्मृति means that Brahman alone because of the various conditions given is talked as this is what in 7-8 lines bhavati 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 bata like with the wife husband bhavati with through the condition of the son father bhavati through the condition of brother bhavati. Only a conditional they are. They're not real. Interesting. And one condition goes away, that conditional expression goes away. Isn't it? Imagine that example. It is a very everyday experience of us. When you are there in your own whole family setup, you being you, are you not through the conditionings expressing differently? Let us say you are a man. When your wife comes, suddenly you become Pati Parameshwar, बाहर बोलने के वास्ते and when suddenly the son comes, the husband is gone and the father came. When the brother comes, the father is gone, the brother came. Isn't it? When you go to the office suddenly, The brother is gone, the officer came. And when you came to this our class, Nidra came. सब भूल गए. Yeah, in us, the Shrota individuality has come. कितना इतना सिंपल है कि नहीं एग्जाम्पल. Same is Brahman. And we have to feel it inside. The pratyamstamita sarva upadi vishesha Brahma I have to experience. That's pure prajnanam. That is done through neti neti. बस अब मिल गया हमको. साधना क्या है? Till the pratyastamita sarva upadi vishesha Brahma obtained, everything we have to go on doing neti neti on the seat of meditation every day. ध्यान में बैठे करते गए जितना कर सके. Again when the work called us, we came out, finish the work, again go back. It is to be done for such a long time. So this is a very crucial portion. Tomorrow, day after 2 days, I'll take for my understanding as well as effort trying to explain unambiguously for your catching. हो गया तो दिन एक और मंत्र रहेगा उसको करके then we'll go back to the introductory bhashya of 4-5 pages which I have not done it. वो भी करूंगा मैं. तो 4-5 दिन होंगे पूरा मिलकर. Then we go for our Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Okay. Then maybe after the Upanishads are over one round, then from each of the Upanishad, one month, sadhana we do, that's it. Ishavasya based sadhana. So there more critically we'll analyze the subject matter given by the Shruti Mata and the Bhashyakara. Then how the sadhana has to be done out of it that way. Abhi to we are browsing through Upanishads. We are continuously maintaining our being in touch with the truth. Not exhaustively understood, not really sadhana done, not realized. वो तो होगा second, third round. We are just holding on to the Shruti Mata through the classes by which we are not allowing ourselves to get flooded in the samsara. अभी वो हो रहा है हम. उसके बाद then in the next second, third round, we just अपने आप को संभाल कर अच्छी तरह से then ईशावास्य. What is the sadhana? Kena, what is the sadhana? Katha, what is the sadhana? In that way, when we study again for 5 years, all Upanishads, then the experience comes. जैसे प्रभु ईश्वर इच्छा होगा, let us abide by it. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, friends. Shubham. God bless you all. Keep listening.